and welcome back. We are joined by Nick Mecham, who is the Executive Vice President over at Monnit, who in my perspective will actually own the Internet of Things from a sensor standpoint. Over the next couple of years, you'll see lots of more awards. They're winning lots of awards currently, but more and more awards, and lots of other companies in the world actually use their stuff, but you don't know it. But Nick's going to actually tell us a good example of a real world customer that uses their sensors and how they actually connect into the world. And in the next video, we'll show you how to actually make that work on ClearOS. Here we go. So
thanks. Yeah, so Monnit, use case particularly for some of these sensors would be Lineage Logistics. They're a customer of ours. They are one of the largest warehousing companies in the United States. They do refrigerated warehousing for importing of food. By their statistics, they hold 3 days worth of food for every American citizen inside of their 110 warehouses throughout the U.S. The reason they came to Monnit and wanted to talk to us about our technology was they were having problems within their facilities where they would get hotspots in different areas. And if those hotspots show up and they reside too long, food obviously can spoil.
Hotspots like heat, temperature.
Yeah, too much heat in one area, centralizing in one area. And so what they wanted to do was be able to even out the temperature readings throughout the facilities, because usually what was happening is an AC unit wasn't operating properly. It was either underperforming or it was just off for some reason. So you can imagine in a 1 million square foot warehouse, the amount of manpower and the time it takes to figure out what's going on in facilities. So what they do is they go into each of these, they use temperature sensors to monitor the individual temperature spots throughout the facilities. And then they also use a vibration sensor like this one. And the vibration sensor they attach to all the AC units. And with the vibration sensor we can monitor how much, we know what the profile is for
when it's supposed to kick on again, if it doesn't kick on.
And we know if it's operating incorrectly, the vibrations will start to increase. The bearings will start to wear out, or something is not performing properly. And then they can, if it gets to be too high, they can set up alerts that says, hey, send a guy over, this isn't performing properly. He'll go out and take a look at it. And they can save the motor or the condensing unit prior to it either completely failing or before it ruins something. So they deploy about 1,000 sensors in each one of these facilities, 1,000 temperature sensors and around 300 or so vibration sensors, and that allows them to get a really fine-tune their operation and reduce spoilage. That's the biggest thing that they have to worry about is food loss, because it's a huge. You think about the amount of food that's in there. That's a huge loss for them.
So not only huge loss from an inventory or food standpoint, but also all of the maintenance. They're actually doing predictive failure, so you can send a technician around at their own convenience, knowing, hey, this is going. Is there like a lead time that they give them?
Well, so what happens is, it's a good point. What they had previously have is the guys just walk around and they'll walk around with a heat gun, and they'll record temperatures. They'll shoot the heat gun at a machine, a condensing unit, to see, is it within the range it should be. And the interesting thing is they told us, the stuff never fails when the guy is actually walking around doing his rounds. And so with using the sensor technology, it allows them to, they know the profile of all the equipment that's on the system. And they'll go in and set up alerts that says if the vibration gets above so many Gs, then send a guy out. If it's starting to creep up, they'll send a guy over to take a look at it. Maybe all it needs is, I don't know, more coolant or something similar. So yeah, it's giving them the ability to kind of handle things before there's a big failure, which could cost them equipment replacement expenses. So capital expenditure is reduced. And then if you think about the insurance costs as well, that goes along with that. That's another big, area that a lot of people don't even think about, is if they lose a lot of food because of equipment failure, they got to go file the claim, and that just continues to.
So maybe in the future you'll have premiums that'll drop from insurance companies if you're running these types of systems, etc.
Absolutely. In
Wonderful.
fact, we could talk a lot more about that. Maybe we'll get a chance at some other time.
Yeah. Right now, next we'll be talking a little bit about how you can actually take ClearOS on a ClearBox and or almost any x86 based system, plug in a USB device to it, and then be able to see these sensors. Most of them today you can hook up per one system about 100 sensors almost 1,000 feet away.